Welcome in, baby. Welcome into Creator CTO. I am your other baby. I'm a little laggy. All right, let's settle down. We're good. We're good. Everybody settle down. Please stop lagging so much. Welcome into Creator CTO. Today we are building out our job board. We're building out the smart notification feature of our job board, and we're going to finish it. Today is the day we're finally going to finish it. A bunch of you have joined me, really just watched me build it over the last couple weeks. We went from having no newsletter to having a weekly newsletter, which launched this past week. If you haven't signed up for that yet, I definitely recommend it. So that went out for the first time. It has the curated jobs that I pick, about 10 a week. And then it also has customized recommendations generated from the preferences that you set, on your user profile. I'll go in and we'll show you, we'll recap you if you weren't there, you didn't watch it. We get it. But if you were there and you did watch it, then, maybe it's pretty cool seeing this all kind of come together. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in. Here we go. We're going live. We're still live. Everything's working. Cool. All right. So today we are building the final piece of this. Please stop lagging. Let's see. What's taking so much? Okay. Quit you. Quit a bunch of you. We'll quit you for now. Boom. All right. So we're using Claude Code today. That's the AI that we are using. Please stop. Bro. All right. We're good. I stop and then I start going and then it starts lagging. All right. We're using Claude Code today. Let me throw myself up here so you can see it. We're using Claude Code today to work on the FYF Jobs Sports Job Board. If this is your first time ever encountering it, this is a product I built that aggregates all these jobs from different companies within the fantasy sports media industry, sports and gaming. I don't know. It's very unclear the exact niche I'm hitting, but it is a sweet spot because a lot of people want to work in this space. It's a cool space to work in. And the feature that we're building is a notifications whenever a company that matches, or a job really that matches the types of jobs you're looking for, comes through the system, gets approved. We want to be able to hit you up immediately so that you can apply as quickly as you can. Give yourself the best chances to land this job. The more time that goes on, your probability just goes down a little bit, right? When more people are going through that process. I'm not saying that every process is the same, but just generally speaking, the maths its way out to where early bird usually gets the worm when it comes to hiring. You want to put your best foot forward as early as you can forward. So that's really the goal of this product. The whole North Star that we have designed around, that we're building around, making decisions around, is making it easier to connect the job seeker, someone looking for a job in this industry, with the person who holds the opportunity, the job opportunity, right? We're just connecting. And we're trying to do that as quickly, as seamlessly as possible. So like I said, the newsletter went out. The first weekly newsletter went out this past week. If you watched along as we built it, then this will probably look familiar. Real simple. The best news. I don't remember that. Oh wait, that's just sick. That's just factual. The best new sports industry jobs this week. Yep. And then I went ahead and wrote this as just the intro to it. This is the first one that we sent out. We got about 12 people subscribed to it in that first week, with very little promotion. I didn't post about it or anything. We just put a banner on the top of the site that allowed users to opt in, set their preferences and opt in. And I also sent out a newsletter, an email, a one-time email out to anybody who had signed up to the site, letting them know that we had launched the newsletter and that they could come in and set their preferences and subscribe to the newsletter. This was our approach, or our solution to not auto signing up 500 plus people to a newsletter that they didn't sign up for, that they didn't necessarily indicate any interest for. So we sent the one-time email, people came in, and now we just have to build and improve this newsletter, make it more useful. And that's what we're doing here today, making it so that instead of just a weekly newsletter, we're going to send personalized alerts to you so that if you really are looking for a new role, you know, then you can just get those alerts. You don't have to get you right in your inbox every day as soon as it's new. Boom. This is the personalized. Let's say this is the curated one. So I added a little bit of commentary on each one, just kind of like what is this for? It's tough because a lot of people are looking for different jobs or have different experience levels or different areas where they have skills in. And so as I was putting together this list, I was like, like there's kind of like what I'm aiming for here is basically like a few of these are interesting to any one person because unless I like really curate this towards, product newsletter or finance newsletter, it's unlikely I'm gonna have the high hit rate on 10 jobs all to that one person. So that's why we added the second section in, because without the second section, this newsletter feels kind of light, right? It's like you're gonna get like maybe 1 to 3 jobs that are interesting to you uh, that I come up with. Now I'm pulling what I think is the most interesting and across a diverse little, a collection of the jobs. But the for you portion of it, the picked for you, is really where we're going to try to make the magic. Where we're going to try to add like a ton of value in there. And we started off pretty simple, just having it match to this use job preference form, which I'll show you here in a second. We broke this list into must-haves versus nice to haves. So these are my preferences in development. And you can see I broke it up into, don't send me contract jobs, freelance. Like I'm a full-time guy and a part-time guy. Don't send me early career guy. I'm not an early career guy. I'll accept mid, senior staff. That's fine. I'm going to take out mid. And then remote on-site hybrid. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then nice to has, which is the soft boosters, if you will. That's what Claude came up with. I didn't come up with that. Soft boosters versus hard filters. And then an opt-in form here. So you can save that. And that's what the newsletter is based on. Cool. So now you are all caught up. Let's get into our new feature here. And so we're going to work with Cloud. Let me put this over there. Yoo-hoo, Cloud. Okay. All right, Cloud. Act as an experienced product manager who deeply understands the needs of job seekers. Let me get rid of this one over here so you can see this bit. Bit. All right, Claude, front and center here, front and left. All right, actually, so we're just going to tell Claude just because we're at the first part of this feature. So we just want to lay out what we're trying to do here. Claude is going to take that and it's going to invoke this plugin I have called Superpowers. And then that's going to go ahead and start a brainstorming session. And we're going to work through all the questions related to the feature. But this is just the first part where we're setting the scene. All right. We're building upon our smart email notifications feature. Bro, you did not hear me right. Smart. Let me make sure I got the right settings here. Yep. Cool. Let me make this big for y'all. Big. Oh, okay, maybe too big. Too big. No. It's just, oh God. Okay, all right, we're back. Hold on. No, we're not back. Oh my God. All right, we're back. We're building upon our smart email notifications feature. We want to add in instant email alerts for users who opt into this. Uh, what else should we say? Um, you know what? I shouldn't even do this in here because I'm going to show you a trick in a second of what I'm going to do because this is a good way. This is how I start with any sort of like prompt like this. It's just rip, just let it rip. And then I'm going to show you what I do right after this. All right. So we're building upon a smart email notifications feature. I want to add in instant email alerts for users who opt into this feature. Also, throw your questions in the chat or your opinions, or if you want to steer this feature some way, I want to hear it. We're building this live, so you get a say. You can build it how you want it if I approve it. I want to add in instant email alerts for users who opt into this. Let's, instead of saying that, actually, let's say email instant alerts for new jobs that match a user's preferences. New jobs that match a user's preferences. I want to add in instant email alerts. Bro. Email alerts for new jobs. For new jobs that match a user's preferences. Here we go. What next? The user should receive the notification if a job is approved by an admin that matches their preference. This feature is opt-in. It's like I gotta like wait a beat before I start talking. I think this features opt-in, and the user did. Oh my god, I messed myself up there. I was reacting to you. This feature's opt-in. And then we'll say additionally, the user should have control over the frequency at which they receive alerts. I feel like something that would be cool is just like a batch. Like if you could just like send me like every 3 days what any jobs that match my preferences. Maybe that is a cool way to have it. Or allowing them to be like, no, I want to see it immediately. Like, give it to me hot off the press. So maybe I'll just say that. So additionally, the user should have control over the frequency at which they receive alerts. For instance, one user may want to receive instant alerts per job that matches their preference. Another user may want to receive an email every 3 days with all of the jobs that match their preferences. Dang, I thought of something different I want to say. With all of email every 3 days with all of the jobs, with all of the new jobs that match their preferences. All right. So what we'll do, that was really, really rough, really ugly, prompt wise, right? And prompts really affect, let's see. All right. Prompts really affect, the quality of your prompt really affects the output of what you get. And so a little trick, just take this, go to a different chatbot and be like, act as an expert prompt engineer and improve the quality of this prompt. Let the bots do the work. You sit back. You sit back and you drink your Coca-Cola and you let the bots work. It's how it works now. That's what work looks like now in 2026. Okay, see, way, way more professional. Act as an experienced product diva. Oh man, that's good. We are building on top of existing smart feature, adding in so many good filler words there. Users should be able to opt in to receive emailers. And really, really the benefit of this strategy is it takes your rough ugliness and it turns it into some nice structure. And that structure you can then read through and be like, yep, this is exactly what I was talking about. Trigger condition. A notification should be generated when a job is approved by an admin. The notification should only be sent to users whose saved job preferences match that newly approved job. Facts. Opt-in behavior. This feature must be optional. Users should have explicit control over whether they want to receive these alerts. Truth. Number three, frequency controls. Users should be able to choose how often they receive matching job alerts. For example, instantly each time a newly approved job matches their preferences, or as a digest every 3 days containing all newly approved matching jobs. Potentially other frequency options if appropriate. I like that. Leave it open ended. Give me some optionality. What I want from you, watch your map. Create a detailed product thinking output for this feature that includes product framing, the user experience design. Okay, this is too. It went too far. It went too far. You went too far, dude. Oh wait, there's another one. It's a little simpler. I like this better. Okay, no, it's still doing the. You know what? I know what the issue is. It's because I said this product manager role at the start, and I'm actually gonna take this out now. Pop, 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 pop. Don't need it. It's tripping it up and kind of putting it into this product manager context, and that's not really what I'm looking for at the moment. We already have the user experience really like set in this application. I'm not looking to do the product work right now of it. I'm looking to do the engineering work of it. So let's just give it that context, and then it'll be able to figure that out better. So get rid of you. You did a terrible job, or I did a terrible job. I don't know. Act as an expert prompt engineer. Should probably be like a skill and make this so I don't have to type this every time. Improve it. Improve. We're ripping. It doesn't matter. No. What happened? No. Did it carry that over? No. Yeah. See this already embarrassing me. ChatGPT, you're embarrassing me in front of all my friends. You know what? Forget that. We're going back to Claude. We don't need ChatGPT. We don't need ChatGPT. We just need Claude. Okay. Oh, leave me alone, Claude. I'm streaming. Okay. You know what? Screw it. We're giving this to Claude directly. I'll talk to you later, Claude and ChatGPT, bastards. All right. So, like I said, we're going to start brainstorming this bad boy. Claude will figure it out. Chat, chat, chat. How we doing, chat? It's a good day to be alive. It's a good day for the robots to take over. Some big news lately, I guess today or yesterday from related to Claude is their next model after this Opus 4.6 is what's it called? It's like called like Mythos, I think. And it's apparently too good that they're not releasing it to the public. It's just entirely too. It found like a bunch of different exploits in operating systems. Oh man, this I gotta figure out this. What is going on? This is a nice camera. Shouldn't be doing this nonsense. Uh, yeah, apparently the model is too good. It can just like break or hack anything now. And that's the next section. That's what we're moving into. That's the future we're about to get into. which is crazy. Pretty soon, we're not even going to have to say all this stuff to Claude. This whole stream's just going to be me sitting here thinking, just quietly. I just have one thought, and then Claude goes and builds it. It's going to be weird. Okay, Claude. All right. How should this new alert system relate to this existing weekly digest? Let me get little again. Little guy. All right. Can I no, I can't. I can move this over. Okay. How should this new alert system relate to this existing weekly digest parallel channel, new independent alert system with its own opt-in and frequency? Yeah, I think that's how we're gonna go. That's the route we're gonna probably do this thing. Uh, that way, the weekly one can be its own engagement tool, and then this can be its own separate, value tool. The admin curated weekly digest keeps running unchanged for newsletter subscribers, and users can subscribe to both, neither or either. That's what we're going to want to do. I don't even care about the other options. Don't even want to hear them, to be honest with you. Let me sit. Yes. Yes, do it that way, Claude. Which frequency options should users be able to pick from? Instant, daily, weekly. 3 clean presets. Instant fires when the matching job is approved with a small debounce window. To batch near simultaneous approvals. Daily sends 1 digest per day at a set time. Weekly sends once per week. And then this is just adding in the 3-day option. Instant, daily, every 3 days, weekly. Kind of like the rule of threes. But when I'm thinking about like as a job seeker myself, I kind of want the optionality. 3 days might be the right level for me, or even if I'm not looking for a job, maybe like I just want to be trolling for jobs. And then 3 days seems pretty nice. Slightly more cognitive load, but covers the 3-day case you mentioned explicit. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just bringing in this 3-day rule of threes, 3-day, but my 3-day option breaks the rule of threes in these options. Damn it. Instant plus every end days custom, which, yeah, okay, that's pretty simple. Instant toggle plus a numeric input for every end. It's a little more confusing. Uh, yeah, it's a little more confusing, like to present that option to the user. It's a little more cognitive. Like, okay, like every 7 days, what am I doing here? Versus just like instant, daily, weekly. I kind of like the just simplicity of that. So let's just go simplicity here. If somebody wants 3-day, then yap about it. Come tell me. Otherwise, I can't hear you. Next question, Mr. Claude. What match quality should trigger an alert? Strong matches only? Yeah, I think so. Um, and so if you weren't here last time, we built in this. We worked with Claude to build in this uh, matching algorithm, basically this matching recommendation algorithm that uses those job preferences and then uses that score and tweaks it so that based off of those hard filters that you set, has to be full time or remote or on site or engineering. Sorry, engineering wasn't one of them. It was, what were the other ones? I have them right here. Experience level, work setting, job type, or these nice to haves. Basically worked in a mathematical equation, or we had Claude do it. We didn't do any math, but Claude did the math, and we just told them what math to do, and to where based off of how many of these criteria matches on gives you a score for the job, and then based off of that score, that's how we know this is something you want. So we send it to you. Uh, the more you fill out, the more we know, I guess, or can score on. Now, something that you didn't see because this happened later off stream after we finished up was that I'm just going to go ahead and say Actually, yeah, I'll tell that story right after this. The strong match is only recommended. I think that makes sense. We don't really want the good, like a lot. We don't want this to be too noisy. We don't want to be spam. That's the biggest thing. We want to avoid being spam. Spam is already annoying. It's already been annoying, but it's going to be even more annoying with AI everywhere. So we don't want to be that. We really want to be as a brand, we want to build trust, right? The product is just a mechanism of the brand to build trust, and that's what we're going to try to do here. So, uh, strong matches only. But yeah, after the stream last time, uh, God, Claude always interrupting me. For instant alerts, should we send immediately per job or batch briefly? Yeah, I think we should have a debounce. Again, we don't want to be spamming. I don't want it to be like attached. Like I hit the button and everybody gets an email. That's kind of weird. Like instead, we'll give it a little bit of time. I'm typically approving in batches. It's not like I'm sitting there trolling throughout the day as much. It's like I have a set block where I'm going in and I'm like, yeah, these are right for sure. But there's also an auto approval mechanism that hasn't been turned on for most of the existence of this product, but does work now. So that will make me even less of a bottleneck here. Which again, I don't. If somebody wants to apply to this job as quickly as they can, I don't want myself to be the bottleneck. My only purpose in being the approval bottleneck right now is in terms of quality and curation, so that the product itself is delivering the right value to the person I'm intending. Um, but I don't even know. Yeah. Well, okay. So truly instant, one email per job, hourly batch. I feel like our batch makes the most sense, honestly. When a matching a job is approved, wait 15 minutes before sending. If more matching jobs get approved in that window, include them all in one email. Prevents a flurry of emails when an admin approves 10 jobs in a row. Versus check every hour, send one email per user with all matching jobs approved in the last hour. Dude, I feel like the hourly batch is better. I'm gonna go that route. It is less instant, but it's much less complicated in terms of figuring out when and who to send and making sure that the right stuff is getting sent. If we know instead, like, all right, every hour we have something that's going to that check those preferences and send you what all of the jobs that are approved within the last hour. That's pretty noise. So top 10 per email. Should there be a daily cap or on matching jobs per alert email? Top 10 per email recommended. Each alert email shows that at most 10 matches ranked by score. If there are more, show a view all. Yeah, I think yeah, let's go with top 10. I don't think it's going to be that much where like new jobs come through. I guess if you want daily alerts, and I mean, sometimes I'll just be pushing through a bunch. So sometimes these companies put them up in batches, like huge. Was a huge batch that came through today. Fanatics had a huge batch of jobs come through. What should happen when a user opts in but has no saved preferences? That's a good question. Require preferences before opt-in. Yeah, that's kind of how we have it before. No, I'm sorry for the weekly newsletter. The way that we have it is that you can opt into the newsletter. You just won't get personalized jobs if your preferences aren't set. We're not going to send you 10 random jobs because it's unlikely to be valuable to you. But you will get the curated 10 jobs that I added into the email as well as my email message. So that's okay. In this situation, it's saying require preferences before opt-in, and I think that makes sense. Its feature doesn't really make sense without the job preferences. Again, we're not going to send you just random job alerts. Although I just thought of one. Let's say you want to watch like a brand, and anytime the brand posts, you get an alert or a job. That would just probably be part of the preferences. So that is kind of a separate thing we'd add in. This alert toggle is disabled until the user sets at least one must-have preference. Yeah, I like that. Allow opt-in, no emails until preference set. That's a little more confusing. Like they opt in and they're just like, where is it? Allow opt-in, send generic top jobs, no preference. Now let's go with the recommended one. I feel like a chump hitting the recommended option each time. It's like, what am I even here for? Okay. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. If you haven't checked it out before, check out my YouTube channel that I recently created, Creator CTO, this whole entire series is based on or is going on, where I show you how to build products, real products, using AI and how to use AI to basically build whatever the heck you want. Ba, ba, ba. But yeah, you find more content on there, more short form content that I'll be putting out, as well as a newsletter that I'll be putting out soon. I have enough proposed. Okay, here are three approaches: single hourly dispatcher job, one send jobs alert runs hourly, iterates opted in users, decides per user whether to send based on frequency and job alerts last sent. That makes sense. And since instant is hourly batch per our earlier decision, all three frequencies collapse into the same run a cadence check pattern. Okay. New job alert deliveries table tracks what's been sent per user job to prevent duplicates, dupus. A new job alert matches email, renders up to 10 ranked strong matches. That sounds pretty solid. Natural rate limiting, max one email per user, per hour per user. No event driven and plus one risk during bulk approvals. Yeah, that's all some computer science jargon stuff about about basically querying the database and having to have like a bunch of queries that like a web of queries that gets sent because you didn't optimize it right. So reuses job match score with strong only helper suite, which is exactly what we thought. The cons is that instant is capped up to 60 minutes latency, which we're fine with that trade-off. For this use case, yeah, it says that's fine. Approach B is event driven. So the single hourly dispatch job versus the event driven per job dispatch. Okay, so in this situation, anytime a job is flipped to approved, we're going to have a callback that piece of code that gets called that fires off this other job that goes and finds users who match that job and then emails them. Now, this doesn't work as well in terms of batching the jobs. Like it's going to be like this would be truly individual every time I approve it. So if I approve 10, if you want instant alerts and I approve 10 jobs that are, bulk approved 10 jobs that are match your preferences, you're going to get 10 separate emails, which is a lot. And I don't know that that's that much valuable to you. Like you get the 60-minute is the benefit here, but that's a lot of emails to fire off. Each email costs money, not that much money. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but it's still, it adds up. And it's not the bigger point is that it's just not that much more valuable to the user. You're going to get 10 separate emails that you have to go through on your email client, which feels ugly. It's just going to add to some information overload. What could have like if you're unlikely to be checking your email maybe that frequently. I'm not. That's just I'm using intuition for that. I'm not basing that off any sort of data or anything, but I unless you live in your email, it's unlikely that you're going to see, 60 minutes is going to matter that much to you, I think. But this is also something that we can go the simple route and then change it based off of feedback we hear. And I can gear the when I go and elicit this feedback and gear those questions towards this specifically to figure it out. But that'll be a future video or stream. And then or reuse the approach C is reuse the newsletter campaign infrastructure, create a campaign record for each batch alert, reuse newsletter job for dedupe, reuse newsletter job delivery for dedupe. Dedupe is like making sure that you don't double send to somebody, double send to the same user. Pros is it reuses existing plumbing. Gross. Cons completes automated alerts with admin curated editorial campaigns. Yeah, this feels less. It just feels like kind of what you're getting with A, but just uglier. So let's go. Let's go with your recommendation, Cloud. Yeah, go with A. Go with A. Next question. All right, chat. Yeah, this is live in production right now. Let's apply to some jobs, chat. Okay. Section 1, users table additions, job alerts, frequency. Yep, yep. Job alerts, frequency. So adding 2 new columns to the users table. Job alerts, frequency. This is what you would set to like instant daily or whatever. Job alerts last sent at. Okay, why are those going to go on the users table though? Add new table job alert deliveries. Now that makes more sense. Guarantees we never send the same jobs as why a new table versus reusing newsletter jobs requires a campaign ID. Alerts don't have a campaign. I don't really know what you're saying to me. User model additions. Okay. Is there a way that we can avoid adding this to the user? Adding these columns to the user record. Um, I want to avoid bloat on the user model. So what I mean by that is I want to avoid us like packing like email preferences and all this other stuff on that user model because it gets a lot and that's a record that you have to query a lot because anytime someone's logged in you got to know who's logged in and all that. So it's nice just to keep that slimmed down if possible. I know there's a way. I probably shouldn't ask it like that. Is there a way? Can we avoid? I know we can avoid adding these columns to the user record. What I don't know is if it might already be the established pattern because I don't remember how we did this before. Avoid. Let's do this. We'll give Claude the option, some agency. I'd consider avoiding. I find it so amusing talking to these robots. Avoiding adding these columns to the user record. I want to avoid to avoid bloat on the user model. What do you say, Cloud? What's your response to that? Good call. Good call. Thanks, Claude. Always feels good when you have my back. That's the right instinct. Shut your stupid robot mouth. What are you freak? You freak robot. The user model is already carrying job preferences, newsletter described. Okay. Yep. So brand follows. This is already a feature that we talked about. Save search alerts. Yeah, that's definitely a feature we want to add in or extend into this. Okay, new table notification preferences one-to-one with the user. Yeah, that looks way better. Yes. Yes, much better, Cloud. Claude Code. Looks right though. Does look right. So 75% is the threshold that it has to match on. I forget the exact equation that we had Claude make for it. So I almost forgot the story that I alluded to before. Was related to this. Is that so after the stream is I went to go send the email and uh, I realized that the equation was wrong. Basically, if you didn't have any nice to have set, then it would score you too low to get anything. Like you had to have nice to have set. So I had to tweak it once more post stream in order to get it to work exactly right. So a few of the people who subscribed to that first newsletter probably got no they definitely got no recommendations because they didn't have any set, and it went, went silently. But it's all right. Now it's repaired. Now it will be better for the next time. You no longer need to have it set. The equation slightly differently, where it's based mainly on the hard filters, but those other ones, they soft boost now for real. Yeah, this looks good. I looked at this. This looks good. Oh, another thing is that Claude made me freaking buy a you had made me buy a domain because so annoying, man. I swear on stream the other day, I told Claude, FYF Jobs is not a domain I own. Stop injecting that into everything. And it's like, yep, yeah, got it, boss, for sure. No doubt. And I was like, sweet. And then I sent out that first email, the one where it's inviting you to, hey, newsletters dropping. You can now sign up for it. And the link doesn't work because it goes to freaking fyfjobs.com. So I had to go buy fyfjobs.com. And then I had to go set that all up so that it worked when you went to it. But these freaking robots are making me spend money when I don't want to. I mean, it's probably a better domain, it's shorter, but still, bro, it wasn't my intention. I don't like doing stuff based off the robot's intention. It's a principle thing. It has nothing to do with the money. Okay, settings UI plus unsubscribe. Replace the coming soon placeholder in zone 3 with a real frequency picker. Hot. The existing weekly job digest toggle. I had to look up what the word digest meant the other day. Admin curated newsletter stays on a separate parallel control. That's what we agreed to. This is the code. New job match alerts. Job match alerts. Get notified when a new match has a must have. Yeah, has must haves. And then it goes into each one. Sweet. All right. That it does that in the view. That's unbelievable. Unbelievably bad code. It's okay. It's doing all this in the view. No, this is the control. We're fine. But with a distinct purpose tag to newsletter to unsub tokens can't disable job alerts and vice versa. So this is basically saying with any newsletter you have to have a unsubscribe portion to it, or you'll get spammed to hell. You'll get sent to spam hell, and that's what you want to avoid. Confirmation pages are minimal. Yeah, okay, sweet. This looks good. Yeah, I did have a Coca-Cola somewhere. I don't know where it is though. Let's see. Okay. This is just test coverage. You don't need to worry yourself with that, chat. It's just tests. You just say yes, test it. And you say next question. I gotta figure out this lag, man. It doesn't happen in my morning stream. This is explicitly phase 2 of the existing smart job alert spec. Welcome to the show, Claude. Glad to have you with us, finally. I'm a little scared to see Cloud Mythos. Whenever they do release it, it's gonna be crazy. Probably be able to hack the CIA if you wanted to. Everybody better watch out. Mythos taking over. All right, while Claude works, get rid of that. Yeah, see, Fanatics had a ton of jobs come through. I'll tell you what, if you want to work in sports, New York seems to be the spot. Tons of jobs in New York. Oh, I also added this little filter section up here. A little easier to see for you. Uh, for the my matches. So if you have job preferences, you can go in and just get them based off whatever your preferences are. You don't have to scroll through 1,000 jobs that you don't care about. Although there's like 400 something, almost nearly 500 jobs active, like actively published today on the site. So just doing it based on my preferences, I'm cutting down to 141. This is probably cutting out a bunch of those entry level ones and stuff like that that I'm not interested in. And all right, now you're not. What are you doing? You're just taking time. Oh, you're writing design doc. All right, all right. Take your time. Take your time. Didn't mean to yell. Thanks for hanging, chat. It's getting real lonely working by yourself with a robot. It's nice of you guys to watch me work. Bunch of peepers, but you're my peepers, and I love you for it. Not enough token usage, Cloud. Also, this whole I don't know if you guys are using Claude, but it feels like this usage, context usage, is getting filled up so quick, unbelievably quick. There's really not too much more now that we're past a lot of these questions that Claude has with this plugin. It's going to work through basically right documenting it, documenting the feature, all the different requirements. It's going to look through it, review it itself, and then it's going to ask us to review it. We'll pull it up, we'll take a little gander, and then we'll go ahead and say, "Yep, thumbs up. Go ahead and cook." And then it'll cook, and we're not going to sit here while it cooks because I've done that before, and it takes a while. I added like 25 minutes to my stream one time. Um, but you guys will see the result of it on the site if you check it out. Go and subscribe to the newsletter yourself. And I'll be live again this week, so you can see also the result then. We'll pick this back up, and I'll show you the results. If you got questions on AI or you're building stuff with AI, send me a DM. I'm super interested, and I'd love to have you on here. Come talk about it. All right, design doc is written. Oh yeah, now FYF jobs does work. So if if you do, just make me like slightly need an in between of those two things. Uh, so now if you go to fyfjobs.com, it should work. Bada bing, 479 jobs, 31 companies. Also, if you are a brand, uh, if you work for a brand or you own a brand in the space you hire, you're on the other side of this, which could be very much the case. Uh, I just added this past week. I have not really sent. I sent it out to like one guy who asked for it, but other than that, I haven't talked to anybody about it because I'm terrible at this marketing stuff. But and that's not the point. Is the point is a feature is kind of cool. I built out the brand portal feature, so you can go in and claim a brand on the site. If you go to the brands, this thing. If you own DraftKings, if that's you, you just hit claim brand, put in your work email and your title stuff. I'll, approve you. Look, we'll chat, we'll approve you, and then you'll get access to the brand portal where you can post a job if you want. I got to make that not so dark. That's not good. Cannot read that. Oh, that's just placeholder. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, you can just input all this stuff and then submit it for review in the same way that, and you can see all the jobs that you have. Render Fantasy has no jobs yet, so none here. But if I had them, I would show them to you. Okay, user reviews. Our turn. Our time to play. All right, let's open this up. Okay, on the right side of my screen here. This is just the overview and specs from all of what we've told it so far. Use opt-in, pick a delivery cadence instantly, daily, weekly. We match it based off the job score, 75% or better. And so it has to match all their hard filters. And it only get with that dispatch gets sent out or gets run every hour. The goal is job seekers receive automated preference matched job alerts without admin involvement. Users control cadence, instant daily, weekly, independently from the admin curated weekly digest. Match quality is protected. Only strong matches trigger alerts so that we're not sending too many emails to the user and adding to their information overwhelm epidemic. Number 4, each match job is delivered to a given user at most once across all cadences and frequency changes for sure. We do not want to be double sending or, oh, whoops, forgot the link. Hate that. Hate that. Number 5, bulk approval sessions. Admin approves many jobs in a row. Do not produce a flurry of emails. No email flurries here. And then the final one, number 6, the new feature adds no bloat to the users table. That was just a thing for you, Claude, but that's fine. You can specify that as a goal here. It feels like sometimes that happens. It just like takes one thing and it's just like, yep, that's too. This is my whole identity now. It's like, okay, it's just like a little feedback, man. I wasn't trying to like alter your identity. Non-goals, it's going to be like bloating the user table. If it says bloating the user table, we'll lose my shit. Right. Non-goals, replacing or modifying the existing admin curated weekly digest. Yep. Behavioral matching. View clicks it. Yep. Nope. We're not getting into that right now. New preference fields beyond the ones that already exist. Nope. Per channel quiet hours. Future. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, emails, it doesn't matter really. You can email anybody anytime. All right. This looks pretty good. Yeah. We trust you, Claude. Let her rip. Looks great, buddy. Looks great. All right. Now let's go ahead and make the plans for us. Work, work, work. All right, we'll let Claude work. Thank you for joining in to Creative CTO while I worked, watching me work. I'm sorry about this lag. This sucks. It's ugly and it's unprofessional, and I'm the worst. But I love you, and thanks for joining in today. I'll be back later this week, either tomorrow, Thursday, or on Friday. So tune back in, Creator CTO on YouTube or my Twitter account, my X account, JL_Garofalo, my government name on there. But yeah, otherwise, if you got AI questions or you got stuff you're working on that you just want to yap about, you're excited about, and partner's tired of hearing about it because they don't care about the AI stuff really, then I'll be that person. I really like this kind of stuff. This is my background. It's what I'm interested in, and it's what I do every day. So, hit me up, DM me, let's talk. I'm interested. Hope you have a great day, and goodbye.